Sound effects. Unexplained sound effects.
What an entrance.
What an entrance.
Hello.
Always. Hi. I'm so glad you agreed to. Gene agreed to do this.
I didn't want to, especially not like this.
Aww. Well, so here's the story. Gene and I have been doing videos together since about 2002.
I thought it was 2003, but we'll have to check the archives.
Okay. And today is December 29th, 2017.
Yep.
And pretty much, how many years is that? 14 or 15 years, right?
Yeah, 14 years I would say.
Wow.
And this is the first year that we haven't done a video.
And that started bothering me.
Hence this video. This is our 2017 video.
Yeah.
Which to me seems kind of lame, since we didn't do a video.
Since it's Marcy's idea, it seems kind of lame.
And I wanted to enhance the production values by shooting different locations and saying, this is why we didn't make a video this year, because your basement.
That's not the real reason we didn't make a video this year.
Well, we had a lot of ideas that just didn't kind of come to fruition.
Yeah. I think that's what was most interesting to me about making this video, because I wanted to talk about the reasons that we didn't, because Gene and I are both pretty upset. If you know your history, this is the first year of President Trump's presidency. And so in my mind, the stress caused by that situation over and over and over and over and over again is why we didn't make a video. And Gene wanted to make a video that was political. Remember?
Yes, I did. And every idea that I came up with, you shot down.
I only remember one idea.
Well, we don't need to go into
I wanted
details.
to explore that idea, to see if everybody agrees with me that.
One of my ideas was just having you and me kind of in very much a situation like this, trying to talk politics with, one of us taking the liberal view and the other one taking the conservative view, and showing how incoherent the right is. Just totally flying off the handle, coming up with false facts. Fake news, and I don't want to hear that.
We practiced a little bit. We tried it where I would say something totally logical and liberal, and Gene pretending to be something he's not.
Right, that was hard.
Yeah, I thought that was hard. But I found it hard to talk to someone who was so pig-headed. Well, really.
You're a woman. What do you expect?
That's
my persona.
So that just seems so challenging to me, and also a little too easy, because it's been really hard, but I've tried to assume that Trump supporters have their reasons.
They're caricatures. I mean, they have no reasons. They're idiots.
All of them?
Pretty much.
I know a lot of them are selfish, because I think...
They've deluded themselves.
Well, they think he's better for their own personal gain, which is obviously true for certain people.
So they're willing to believe in logical inconsistencies and untruths, and
because they're selfish.
We're going to make coal great again.
Yeah, wow. Well, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Of course, the most disturbing thing for me this past year, well, there's so many, but one was that women were willing to vote for him even after the Access Hollywood tapes.
I'm going to grab him by the whatever.
That's true. Even before that, there was his references to Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, bodily fluids coming out all over the place.
Out of her whatever. I know. So Gene and I were just so upset. So Gene was about to explain that one of the reasons he thinks that we didn't shoot is that our shooting spaces have been compromised. We used to shoot a lot in a part of my basement.
Yes.
That's been overwhelmed by stuff.
And mea culpa, I've got my own space issues. I kept, leading Marcy on, saying, I'm redoing my garage. It's going to be a great place to shoot. And, somehow the garage got filled up with stuff. So
yeah.
The attic would have been a great space, but, that's filled up with stuff, too.
Well, we might shoot those spaces, we might, and show you how bad it is, but that's so embarrassing.
I'm not embarrassed, You want to see videos of my junk? I'm fine with that.
I'll think about sharing access to my full basement. But we're artists, you know, and if you know artists, we get stuff. I mean, sometimes it's because we have done an art project and it's left over. Sometimes it's because we see something that's very inspirational.
Found materials.
Yeah.
How can you throw that away? You can make art out of that.
Exactly, exactly. So we have all these reasons that we don't have a shooting space, and I thought, well, let's forget about that and just do a video where we talk, because we've done this is improvisational. You thought we rehearsed this, right? No.
I've got some notes on my cup here.
Right, and mine
No.
are on the inside my wrist. Really?
No, I don't.
But so we did a couple of improvisational videos that I love. One's called Great Ball of Fire.
Oh yeah, that was totally improvisational, and that's one of our best.
And it's similar.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's similar to this in that we sat down not knowing what kind of video we wanted to make. And we talked about what kind of video we could make, and it's hysterical. But this is more about why we didn't make a video in 2017, and I really want to lay the blame not on our crowded shooting spaces, but on my mental health.
I blame it on our political situation.
Yes.
I blame Trump.
Yeah, my mental health is based on Trump. My life is fine. But I've started drinking this year. Don't worry. No, seriously, I'll have one glass of wine or one glass of scotch, but every night. I mean, that used to be a weekend kind of thing. But I realize I'm not alone in this habit, because I heard on the radio that many, many women are drinking more than usual. I don't know why the men aren't. Maybe the men already drank enough.
I just drink coffee.
Yeah, sure. Except, well, anyway, so of all the things that Trump has done that are evil, really evil, stopping Gene and I from making a video, that's pretty serious, right?
Do we have to keep talking about him? Because
Oh.
you're just making me more and more upset. Just even mentioning his name.
So are you trying to put on blinders and pretend he doesn't exist? Because I've been tempted to do that. If I want to relax and stop drinking, I could stop listening to the news, I could stop reading the news, I could stop talking to my friends about Trump, but that seems immoral, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about him. Let's talk about, no?
Do we want this video to drag on and on? We could be here for the next hour, and you know, I think for for the purposes of just getting our initial thoughts out there. Listen, folks, you stay tuned. We're going to come up with great things in 2018.
Wow, that's so sad. Doesn't it make you sad? to let 2017 go by with nothing great? And maybe the video we made in 2016 was so great that it made up for not doing one in 2017. Do you remember Open Book?
Open Book. I mean, that was, if you haven't seen that, check it out on YouTube, but that was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But a lot of the videos that we've made, I think, start out from me wanting to try a new technology.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that was shot like an iPhone, and had like old-timey filters put on it and stuff like that.
It's very
So-
cool. It's very cool.
And the Great Balls of Fire that was shooting onto an inflated, weather balloon. So, yeah, I'm more technology-driven, and Marcy's more concept-driven. So it's like chocolate and peanut butter goes really well together.
Chocolate and yeah, actually, chocolate and peanuts goes really. Chocolate and peanut butter? Yeah, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So he's right. And there's another difference between us, because I come from no film training whatsoever, but I know a little bit about the history of video art. And yes, I want to share an anecdote. At one point recently, Gene said WWMD, which stood for What Would Marie Not Do? Because she's one of the most important video artists who's still alive, and she's actually only a year or so older than I am, but a lot more famous than we are. And what she would do is this. She would do a video with just people. But Gene comes from a film background, so I love that, because he thinks about setting and editing and framing and all that other film stuff, as well as narrative. But you're willing to do this, which is non-narrative. That's cool. Yeah.
I'm willing to try anything.
Yeah, and I'm willing to do narrative, because open book is a strange narrative, but it's
Yes.
a narrative. Yeah. So we complement each other, like scotch and soda.
I'm the soda.
Yeah, definitely I'm the scotch. Definitely I'm the scotch. But if you find this sort of improvisational video boring, why don't you tell us? Should we take questions from the audience?
Just go to YouTube, look at other stuff. I'm sure there's something there you'll like.
If not, we're going to keep trying, and so come back in 2018 and see what
And
we
we're not
do.
doing this for you, we're doing this for us.
I don't think the audience is supposed to know that, right?
That's how, we need to inspire people to, even if you don't like what we're doing, we need to make you think. That's what
Think.
this...
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thinking is what I think art should do. So when people sometimes see me, they'll say, have you done any art this year? Well, not this year, in past years. And they'll say, yeah, Gene and I did a couple videos. And they say, oh, you're not doing your art anymore? But video is an art form.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And we really don't do this for you guys out there. We really do it for us. And if you know artists, they are sort of compelled to make art. It's just something we can't stop.
As long as we make you think and talk, that's the important thing.
Yeah, talking is important. We're talking.
Yes.
So how do we stop?
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Now we turn off the camera.
And I still smile.